The Estoril coast was shrouded in a cold, damp fog on the morning of March 24, 1946. In a dimly lit room of the Park Hotel, a maid named Inés knocked hesitantly on the door of Suite 12. The guest inside, a gaunt, silver-haired man with piercing eyes, had requested breakfast at dawn, as he did every morning. But today, there was no answer. When she pushed the door open, the scene froze her in place. Alexander Alekhine, the fourth world chess champion, sat slumped in an armchair beside a small wooden table. His right hand rested on the edge of a chessboard, fingers curled around a black queen. The other pieces lay in a chaotic mid-game position, as though frozen during battle. A half-eaten steak congealed on a plate beside an overturned wine glass, its crimson stain spreading across handwritten notes filled with diagrams and notations. Most chilling of all, his eyes were open, fixed on the board with a look of furious concentration. The police declared it a tragic accident. A man who'd struggled with alcoholism for decades had choked to death while eating alone. But the chess world whispered otherwise. Alekhine, once celebrated as a genius who revolutionized attacking play, had become a pariah after writing anti-Semitic articles under Nazi coercion during Double War. Now, on the eve of his controversial return to competitive chess, his death reeked of unfinished games, both on and off the board. Three details haunted investigators. The position. The chessboard showed a configuration never seen in Alekhine's recorded games. A locked center with White's king paradoxically trapped despite having apparent freedom. Grandmaster Reuben Fine later dubbed it Alekhine's Coffin. The notes. Scattered papers contained frantic scribbles in Russian, French, and German, including the phrase, "forced mate in 7, circled repeatedly. The final entry read, "He plays like Capablanca, but thinks like Lasker." Who is this man? The wine. 3 empty bottles of Burgundy stood nearby. Alekhine had sworn to friends he'd been sober since 1943. The plot thickened when Soviet agent Yuri Gusev arrived hours after the body's discovery. Alekhine, a Russian émigré who denounced the Bolsheviks, had recently been negotiating a return to Moscow, a move that threatened Mikhail Botvinnik, Stalin's hand-picked chess protégé. Gusev confiscated all documents, including a sealed envelope addressed to the French Chess Federation. Its contents were never revealed. Years later, KGB archives leaked a 1946 memo, "Liquidate the traitor before he defects." Make it appear natural. But other clues pointed elsewhere. In 1973, Portuguese journalist Eduardo Rocha uncovered police records showing the hotel's night porter had seen a woman in a gray trench coat enter Alekhine's room that night, a detail omitted from the official report. Rocha traced her to a former SS officer's mistress, but his investigation ended when he died in a car crash weeks before publication. The chessboard itself became a relic of dark fascination. In 1951, during the Cold War's peak, Soviet champion Vasily Smyslov examined the position during a tournament in Madrid. He turned pale and refused to comment, but later told a friend, "It's not a game, it's a map. The king is Stalin, the pawns are the Politburo, and the missing white bishop, that's Trotsky." Modern technology only deepened the mystery. In 2017, a team at MIT fed the position into an A. I trained on Alekhine's games. The algorithm identified a forced mate in 7 moves, but only if blacks sacrificed their queen in a way no human had ever played. Even stranger, The AI's suggested line mirrored a 1935 game where Alekhine defeated UA, except inverted, as if played through a mirror. The most haunting clue emerged in 2020. A historian analyzing Alekhine's wartime letters found a cryptic note from 1944. They've shown me the photographs from Lublin. If I don't write the articles, they'll send me east. But when the time comes, the board will tell the truth. Look to the Khan. The Khan defense, Alekhine's least played opening, was the setup used in his final position. To this day, pilgrims visit his grave in Montparnasse Cemetery, where the epitaph reads, "A chess genius whose death remains his most unfathomable combination." Hotel staff in Lisbon swear that every March 24th, the sound of a chess clock echoes through Suite 12 at 3:34 a.m., the exact time stamped on Alekhine's death certificate. But perhaps the final word belongs to Garry Kasparov, who said during a 1999 memorial tournament, "Alekhine didn't die of steak or wine. He died because he knew too much to too many people in too many worlds. The only safe square was the one he never reached."